Welcome to my store.
Started.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Carlos. Taking yung memorabilia corner.
My memorabilia corner. There's my memorabilia.
How is she doing? Is a she or a he? How can you tell a male or a female plant, or it is not sex and plants?
There's some trees that have male, some that have female. Most trees are both. Some plants, like the corn plant, the tassels are male and the leaves are female.
Okay, it's been a while that you did that one trying to get to another plant. Have you checked how they're doing?
No.
No? Do you want to check now and see?
Sure.
Show the people?
What exactly did you do?
We stuffed, oh, look at all the leaves. All the roots.
That has roots.
See all the roots?
Wow, it's doing great then.
Yeah.
When is going to be the time that you can put it as just one plant in the field?
When the guy comes to pick it up.
Oh, then you're making it for someone.
Yeah.
Is that
Can
a
you give me
tropical?
a
Is that a tropical plant, or it is it's an indoor, outdoor plant?
Well, it's a tropical plant and we keep it indoors.
Do they have to be in the sun, in the window with the sun, or can you put them with just light?
You can have them in a room where you can read by the light. As long as you got enough light to read by, you got enough light to grow the plant.
Oh, that. How often do they need water to?
Every time they dry out. So you water them and then let them dry out, water them, let them dry out.
Okay, and I see that you have a few tanks in there. What kind of plants are you growing in there?
Well, this here is a mangrove tree.
What is a mangrove tree?
Mangrove trees, they're found all around the coasts of the tropical oceans, and they stabilize the coast, they make new ground, and they filter the water that's running off the land.
What are they used for?
Well, basically by filtering the water that runs off the land, they take pollutants and stuff like that out of the water. They also provide habitat for baby fish. Like in amongst the roots and the leaves and everything like that, there's lots of little baby fish and lots of food for them and stuff like that.
Can they live? Are they for the fish tanks only, or can you plant them on the ground?
You can plant them in the ground. Most people leave them in the fish tank just because what they do in the fish tank is they take out excess nutrients, you know, like phosphates, nitrates, stuff like that. The advantage to them taking the phosphates and nitrates out is their leaves are in the air. If you have like an acre of mangrove trees, they produce about 7 times the biomass of an acre of corn. So they're using up a lot of stuff that's polluting the water by growing, and by having it in the air, see, these leaves produce oxygen all day, take in carbon dioxide. At night, there's no photosynthesis, so they use oxygen, but they don't produce any, so they take oxygen away. Now, in the fish tank with the chaetomorph, this produces oxygen all day and uses oxygen all day, but during the day it produces more oxygen than what it uses. During the night, this takes oxygen out of the water. If you have a lot of it in the tank, like say your tank is just stuffed full of it, at night it would take out so much oxygen that sometimes if you don't have enough circulation on your tank, your fish will suffocate. Whereas these, they don't take any oxygen out of the water day or night.
Then that means these ones are better than the other ones.
No, they're different.
They're different. What are their purpose in the fish tank?
Well,
more than decorative plant.
This gives you lots of space for small invertebrates to live amongst. Like if you have rotifers or amphipods or copepods, these are little tiny creatures in your fish tank. They can hide in there, and that way the fish can't get them. Like
if you breed in fish, they can the babies can hide in there. That looks like Java moss. What is the name of this one?
This is chaetomorph algae. Java moss is a lot similar, but it's freshwater, and it's a terrestrial plant that grows underwater because it grows around waterfalls in equatorial Africa, and the air has 100% humidity, So if they can grow in 100% humidity above water, it's still 100% humidity underwater.
What about the mangrove? How big are they gonna get? How tall do they get?
In the wild, 20, 30
Trees.
feet.
But they won't grow as much in the tank.
I keep chopping them off.
Oh.
Like say I didn't do anything with this and they just kept growing, they basically grow to the top of the window and then they're not getting any more light, so they'd stop.
Okay, then that means you can have them for a fish tank, but also you can have them as a decorative plant in your house, in land,
If you
or
want.
in water, whatever.
People usually don't because they're not an especially graceful plant.
What is the special thing about this plant then?
It can grow in salt water. There's only two plants that can grow in salt water. One is mangrove trees and the other is turtle grass.
Do you have any turtle grass?
No. Turtle grass is a plant that looks a lot like jungle val. Like it's a leafy, stringy plant like this. This is jungle val. Okay? And it's underwater. So it always gets the salt flushed out of it just by the water around it. Whereas the mangrove trees, if you look at the leaves, you'll see salt on them. Okay?
Yeah.
This is a leaf where the salt's bubbled up on it, and if you get too much salt, it'll actually kill the leaf.
Do you need a filter for those ones?
These are a
And a
filter.
heater?
There's a heater in here, yes, but there's no filter in here. This system has live rock down here. Then the water gets pumped up to here, and in this tank, you can see that there's a whole bunch of creatures all over the side of the glass. Those are amphipods. Like all these little dots here. About
What are amphipods?
amphipods are small invertebrates that actually breed in the tank.
And what is the purpose of them? It's just only
Food. See, fish that like to eat all the time and peck and peck and peck and peck, they eat them. So in this tank, what happens is the water pumps up here, and then it's a gravity overflow down into this tank. And in this tank, we have a pair of bongai cardinals, a male and a female. Now, they're fish that I want to breed because they're easy. For a saltwater fish, they carry the eggs in their mouth, the same as an African cichlid, and then by the time the eggs are hatched and the baby fish come out free swimming, they're big enough to eat baby brine shrimp, sea monkeys. And you can see them, like they're almost this size. So feeding them is a lot easier than if you breed clownfish like Nemo, because Nemo needs to eat food that is 150 to 300 microns. Whereas baby brine shrimp are, oh man, they're big enough you can see little dots swimming around in the water, like they're not a...
Then they're kind of more of food purpose than anything else.
Yeah, they're food.
Okay, are they rich in protein or in what?
Basically, what they're rich in is what they're fed. What they do is they eat algae and things like that. See, if you look on the glass, there's hardly any algae on the glass, and yet this tank is in a sunny window. Okay, algae grows in sunny windows, but they have multiplied so much that this tank has only been set up for a few weeks. So the algae grew, then the population of amphipods started to multiply, and they ate it all, plus the snail.